I made thousands of dollars in Las Vegas on this hyper aggressive crap strategy. Make sure you stay tuned to see what I did and how I did it. Hey guys, welcome to Mark the Point. So I did go to Las Vegas about 3 weeks ago, and I want to show you one way I made thousands of dollars on this hyper aggressive crap strategy. So basically, I was there for 4 days. I got to 2 days before I was about to leave, and I said, you know what? I'm at even. I expected to lose all of it. I'm ready to go aggressive, and I did this on my own self. Now, basically, what I did is I started off with $1,000 bankroll on this buy-in, and I knew I was going to go aggressive. I was going to be rolling the dice and I wanted to put it all out there to see if I could have that monster roll. Well, it showed up. So basically, what I did was I took a $220 inside, then I added that with a $25 4 and 10. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So that's basically $50 on every bet. Okay, this is 60, this is 50, this is 25. This is called 270 across. So it's 220 on the inside plus a 410. Now, I was the shooter. Again, I typically do not pay the pass line because I was shooting the dice. I did have a pass line out there. I also had an ATS bet out there. Now, typically, I don't go too heavy on the ATS, but I did go 5-5-5. I'm going to set them just right here to show you what I did and how I did it because I don't have an ATS layout yet. That's soon to come. But basically, what I did was, again, these are $50 bets on the inside with a $60 bet. This is 220. Any hit that I took, this right here, that'll pay $70. So here's how I split up my $70 when I got a hit. So if a 5 and 9 hit, basically I would take the 5 and I'd press it, and I'd put the 9 and I'd press it. I would take the $10 extra and I'd put it on the 4 and 10. Okay. So that's how I spread it out. I spread out every hit. Okay, let me do it again. Let's just say the 6 hit, again, the same thing. It would pay $70. Okay. So how I did was I made these 90. So I'd step it up one level, which is $30 each. And now I would just take the $10 and I'd rack that up. Okay, just like that. Now, if you take a look at these inside hits, the 5 and 9 are at $75 and the 6 and 8 are at $90. Both of these or all of these inside bets pay $105. In two hits, I'm already at black chip level hitting these two hits. Now, this was hyper aggressive. This was my plan to make money at this table. I knew I wanted to go this route. Now, if I did have a point established, just say it was on the 8, I would pull this money back just because while I don't usually play the pass line and I don't usually play odds, it does make sense to put as much money as I could out there. And it would only take max odds up to what is it, $50 or whatever that max odds was. I did put those odds back there, and then whatever was left over, I put up top. Now I know I had a big start out here. I had 270 to begin with, plus my $25 bet. So what I did was once I got to this point, which is only two hits on the inside, only two hits, and I'm at $105 level. Basically, at this point in time, I would take a couple hits. So I'd take this right here, I'd put it into my rack. That's one hit, and then another $505. I'll put that in my rack. Now I am right now down about $50 after all this. So 4 hits, I'm down $50. I did not regress. Okay. I was going to play this system as I was going to just go all in and play it as high as I could to get as much money to be as hyper aggressive as I wanted to be. And so I didn't. So after I got a few $100s in my rack and I had this out there, again, I'm technically in profit because I've collected 200 and I have all this out there. As far as my rack goes, it was not profit, but everything was. But at that point in time, I started pressing basically all the way up. So that was a $90 bet. And when I paid $105, I went up to 120 and I collected 50. Okay. That's a $120 bet. I would do the same thing, which just say the 5 and 9. That paid 105. I would take this right here. I would actually take this to 125 and then I would collect the 50, right? So I would just basically swap it on out and put now on that black chip level plus the additional caps. This is what I did. I also ended up hitting the small, which when you pay the small at $5, that was $150. So I got that payment out there as well. So again, this is how I made thousands of dollars in Las Vegas with a hyper aggressive system by pressing to the moon. I made a monster roll. So what I'm going to do is now this is not going to set up exactly how I did it because I rolled for about 20 minutes and I'm going to show you a little bit of a story that really ticked me off while I was at the table. Make sure you stay tuned and listen to my story as I talk about it. rolling out this strategy. Now I'm going to random roll it here, but I'm going to show you how it played out and how I made it. And let's check out this craps strategy. All right, guys, let's get started with it. Now, again, I'm going to tell you, I was very, very under budget for the style system I was playing. I only bought in for $1,000, but guys, I tripled my money. I made over $2,000 on my roll alone in about 25 minutes. But again, I'm going to go ahead and set it up and show you what I did. And I started off with a 220 on the inside with a 4 and 10 at a $25 level. So it looked a little bit like this. And I'm not going to do it for the purposes of me dealing because I'm not a real good dealer. But again, I did have a $25 pass line. So I'm going to put that $25 pass line out there. I am not going to move my odds because I'm not great at dealing odds. So I'm just going to leave it as this. So I'm going to get a point established and show you what we do. Let's get some dice here. Let's pick two out. All right, shooter, let's go and get a point established. So that's going to be box cars 12. So I would lose that bet. So I'm going to pull that back and let's get another pass line set. Here we go. And there's a 9. That's going to be a 5, 4, 9. All right, so the 9's going to be the point. Again, normally I would pull them odds down, but I'm not going to do that tonight. So here we go. And that's going to be a 5, 1, 6. You know, and what I didn't do is I did play the ATS. I'm going to put the ATS out there. I'm going to put it right here just because I know I ended up having to do that. And I'm going to mark out the numbers. I'm going to put it out here in the back. That way you can see what I've hit. I'm going to put them right here. And also, if I hit a field bet, or let's just say a 2, 3, 11, 12, which I don't have markers for it, I'm just going to mark them on the inside here. All right, that's going to be a 6. Again, that's going to pay us $70. Now pay us $70. What I do is I'll go ahead and press up the 6 and 8 for $30 each. So I put the caps in, okay, just like that, and I put that $10 right back into my rack, just like that. And I'm going to mark up the 6. There we go. All right, and that's going to be aces. That's the dots in both places. Okay, that's aces. It doesn't help us out much, but I'm going to mark it right there for my ATS. And there's a 9. All right, that's going to be back right back on our point. So I'll be back on a point. This right here would pay us $70. So it pay us $70 here. Again, I'm going to go ahead and split the 5 and 9. Okay. I'm also going to go ahead and put $10 on my 4 and $10 on my 10. And then I'm going to mark that 9. Again, that's already twice I've hit that one. I am going to pay out my pass line. So here, that's going to go right back into my rack. Turn off the point, and here we go. And there's a 6. That's going to be a 4, 2, 6. That's going to be our new point. Let's mark it up. Again, you can go ahead and mark it if I want to because I did hit it. However, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to pull these back because I did only hit it once. I'm just going to leave it there. Here we go. And there's a 7 out. So I did lose this whole stretch of money. I did not get the inside hits that I needed. I needed a few more to be able to pull money back. But again, this is exactly what I did when I was at the table. However, I did roll it for quite a few rolls. It was over a 20 plus to closer to a 30 roll bet. Let's pull all these back out. All right, so now we're ready to get started again. Again, very under budget for this style system. All right, let's get another point established. Let's get a $25 bet back out there. All right, just like that. And it's going to be a 5, 3, 8. That's going to be an easy 8. All right, so again, I'm going to drop down $300 because I know it's 270 across. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So it's 25, it's 50, 50, 50, 50. And I need another, oh, sorry, into here. There. All right, so that's all set up. And then I know I'm going to give you back $30 back. I'm going to give it to you in reds because I'm going to need a 5, 5, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all this can go 5, 5. Oh, 5, 5, 5. And this will go back into the rack. Actually, I think I got an extra 5 there. All right, and we're all set up, guys. Let's get them started, get them set. And those are going to be aces again. How about that? So aces, I'm going to mark it up right here. And there's a yo 11. That's actually pretty good. All right, yo 11. Let's mark it up. Wow, 3 craps numbers in a row. That's a 3. So if I hit the small, I'm going to be one happy camper. And there's a 7. Good gracious, guys. This is why, oh gosh, you hate showing these how they are. But here's what I'm going to do. I don't have the sustainable funds for this. So again, I'm going to show you why I did this and how I did this. I'm going to pull a couple of these back. I'm just going to act okay. Hey, this roll did not happen just to show you the fluidity of the system of what I did. I'm going to pull these back. I'm going to go reset it back up, and here we go. And there's a 10. Again, the idea here is just to show you how I did it on a very, very aggressive style system. All right, so again, I'm gonna pull down $300, and I know I'm gonna have it for that's for here. I'm gonna give us $30 back, and I'm gonna go 15 or 555 here, and this can go back into our rack just like that, guys. All right, so again, now I'm all set back up. I'm super under budget for the system. I get it. Again, for demonstration purposes only of what I did. Here we go. And there's a 4, that's going to be a 314. So that's going to pay us $50. All right, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and plus up the 4 and 10 just like that. And there's a yo 11. Let's mark up the 11. And let's go ahead and mark up the 4 just like that. I want to try to get a roll to show you how we end up doing. There's an 8. Okay, that's great. So what's going to happen here is they'll pay us $70. Okay. So again, what I did was I pressed each one up by 30 to make them $90 each. I just racked the $10, put it back right here. All right. Oh, let's go ahead and mark the 8. There we go. And there's going to be a 516. I also need to mark this 10 because that was our original point. And that's going to be a 516. That's great because that's going to start playing as black chips. That's going to pay us $105. Okay, $105 can go right back into my rack. So I got some of that investment back. Okay, let's mark it up. Here we go. And there's aces. All right, that's going to help us out. It was a 1-1. It rolled on me. There we go. So that's going to go here. And there's a 9. All right, 639. So it's going to pay us $70. So again, I'm going to take this now and go to 5 and 9 on $25 each. I'm going to take these $10 and go to the 4 and 10. So now it's pressed up pretty good now. And let's mark the 9. And look at here, we've got a 8, 9, 10, 11. We're only missing the 12 for the tall, and only missing a 5 and a 3. Looks like for the small. So only missing 3 numbers. And there's a 5. That's gonna be great. Okay, so that's $75. It's gonna pay us $105. Go right back into the rack. So that investment's coming back. And now I've got $200 back into my rack. I've got this great investment out there. So this is working out pretty good so far. So I've hit all the box numbers. Now I'm just waiting on a couple horn bets to hit our all. And it doesn't happen. That's going to be a 5-7. That's okay. But again, I wanted to show you exactly what I did and how I rolled out and how I made over $2,000 on my roll alone. Again, this is a very hyper aggressive system. And I want to tell you exactly what happened because I told you I'd tell you a story. So basically, what happened was I was on my stretch of that 30 roller. Okay. I was rolling. I had everything out here. I had over $1,000 on the felt. I had $2,000 in my rack. $2,000 in my rack on top of my profit. So $3,000 total. And then I had $1,000 out here on the felt. I had a guy buy in for $40. Now these are $25 limits. Okay. He bought in for $40. And he tried to put $15 on the 9, and he tried to put $15 on the pass line, which wasn't even a good bet because it was a $25 limit. So he tried to place the 9, he tried to pay the pass line. He took 5 minutes trying to explain how to take the $40 and how to be able to place bets to end up putting $25 on the 9, and then he ended up not even having a pass line. It was a very chaotic system. And guess what happened the very next roll? You got it. I rolled it. It rolled a 7, and just so happened I rolled a 7 somewhere it is, wherever it's at, and I lost all my money on the felt. I was ticked. I should have turned off my bets, but you know what? I did have 2,000 more dollars in my rack than I started, so I was happy with that big gain. But I was so mad at the irony of him actually doing that. That really, really, really made me mad. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this is how I made over $2,000 in Las Vegas on the craps strategy, hyper aggressive style play. $1,000 is not a proper bankroll. I would definitely do this at a $3,000 rate. However, I knew I was rolling. I was going to play this aggressive system on myself and myself only. Otherwise, I'm typically 96, 160, something of that sort. All right, guys. I hope you like this video. Until next time, mark the point and stay awesome.